right, let's do this. We are live. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Ronnie's already in the chat. Good evening, good buddy, to you too. What is up? Oh my God. For those of you watching the Twitch feed, is the reason why I'm late is because oh man. Fritz is in the chat. Crack a beer with Uncle J-Bone. Damn Skippy hippie. It's a Friday night. We had a loaded evening with professional wrestling. We had the I almost said the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. No, wrong show. We had WOW with the women of wrestling over on Access TV, and then we had to quick flip over to the Twitch feed for Impact, which it's nice that they start off the show with like that 2-minute recap from last week. Then you got, okay, I got a couple minutes to, quick go to the bathroom, whatever, grab a snack. You know, it's nice that they do that. So if you don't jump in right as the show starts, you got a little breather. Oh, the chat's going nuts. Jerry's in the chat. Styles is in the chat. Whoa, my goodness. Almost 10 viewers. We just adjust a couple things here as we get off. Whoops. Oh, my God. I lost my thing. And it's not the first time tonight either. Oh! How about Scarlet with that banana, says Ronnie. Oh, my goodness. Made me think of how much I miss Austin Aries. I'm kidding. I am so kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not going to lie, though. It did make me think about him for about a half a second. I was like, hey, Aries does that. Oh, my God. Aries does not do that. She's put a unbelievable. Here's the funny thing about that. Let me know, and I know I've asked you this before, but let me know how you were watching it tonight, because I was watching on Twitch and it was uncensored. Okay? Jerry says, I missed the entire episode because my Wi-Fi stopped working on my TV. Oh my God. Get better Wi-Fi. Seriously. Luis says, Austin Aries loves his bananas. Yes, he does, but I don't think he loves them as much as Scarlett Bordeaux loves hers. I read a tweet. Now, I don't have like the picture or the footage, but apparently I read a tweet that Pursuit put a black block over Scarlett Bordeaux eating the banana. Twitch did not censor it. Thank you, Twitch. I love you. That makes me question how edgy things are going to get on Impact Wrestling. I'm not worried too much because I don't think Impact is going to do anything stupid. But you know, if the Pursuit channel is not going to show somebody digesting banana, then what else are they going to do? So I don't know. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. Mine was uncensored, and I love the Twitch chat from whoever is live in between television segments. Tonight, we had Don Callis live with, apparently he's some guy from Twitch himself, the Twitch company. Kind of a PR guy. in a sense. I think his name was Scott Balls or something. Styles says I fapped for 2 hours while watching. Oh my God. Styles, you must be exhausted. What? 2 hours? My God, that's like a marathon. Caretaker's in the chat. What is up, buddy? Caretaker. Not sure if you saw my video earlier. We're gonna segue back to Impact in 2 and 2. Just give me a second. Caretaker, are you a fan of the Lost Boys? Did you see that they're putting a pilot? They're testing a pilot for a new Lost Boys series on the CW. Did you hear about that? I'm pretty excited about that. Keeping it real like a Happy Meal. I like that. Put that on a t-shirt. Yes, I did. I'm hesitant if I will like it or not. I guarantee you it's going to be better than the sequels. Because those sequels just tried way too hard. This is going to be different. I think there's some decent stuff on the CW. I don't watch a lot of it. I watch some of the Supernatural, but whatever. Ronnie says, what's the Lost Boys? It was a vampire flick from 1987. It's the greatest movie of all time. My favorite, bar none. Love the Coreys. Corey Haim was my, shall we say, James Dean when I was a teenager. I wanted to be just like Corey Haim. Okay? So go look it up. You will not be sorry. All right, back to Impact before I start losing viewers. Thank you all for tuning in on this Friday evening. I know usually it's a Friday night and it's like, hey, what are we doing? Let's go out. Let's go party. No, Impact Wrestling is on. And then J-Bone from Smash This Podcast is live on YouTube. That's what we're doing. And I just cause breakups everywhere. You know, the guys are sitting here like, hey, let's watch J-Bone. And the girls are like, see ya. So I'm sorry if I'm causing any breakups right now. I want to apologize deeply. It's not my intent to be a home wrecker like Scarlett Bordeaux apparently is trying to be. I had to reassure my wife. Watched Silver Bullet earlier on Hulu. Hey, another great Corey Haim film. Demon Rock says, J-Bone, did you like Creep Show? Creep Show. Was that a movie? Watch the entire season of Punisher season 2 on Netflix. Oh, it's on my to-do list. Trust me. Ronnie says, J-Bone is breaking up my marriage. I am so sorry, Ronnie. I am so sorry. If I can help in any way, hey, you got a shoulder here to cry on, brother. You got a shoulder here to cry on. I haven't been in a relationship in 9 years. No worries, no shame. Hey, awesome. I feel like Impact Wrestling is wrecking CM Styles' marriage. Yeah. Because if he's doing all that while he's watching Impact Wrestling, poof, Styles, you're in trouble. All right. You ever heard of George Romero and Stephen King? George Romero, yes, the Zombie King. The King of Night of the Living Dead, yes. Stephen King. Never read a book. Let's talk about tonight's Impact Wrestling. I know I'm all over the place tonight. We're just I'm so fired up from watching that Twitch stream, because that was a lot of fun watching all the stuff in between. That Scott, what the hell's his name? Scott Balls. Um, Scott Balls did the thing with Don Callis between TV takes. Don Callis, what the hell is going on? I don't know how many times he asked that tonight. That was so funny. Um, Twitch is badass. Correcto mundo. The W is in the chat. MLW is taking over. Oh, better watch it, W. This ain't Monday night. This ain't hashtag MLW Mondays. Oh, man. Do they do that every week? Are you talking about with the chat in between the takes? Yeah. The first week they did it, Josh, I keep on wanting to say Joey Matthews. I don't know what the hell's the matter with me. I need to drink better beer, probably. Apparently, something. I don't know. Josh Matthews was doing the commercial breaks the first night. This is the second night? No, third night. What week are we in here? What is today's date? 25th. Third week. I don't know who did it last week. The first week was the GWN flashbacks. And that was great. That was fun. But it felt like one solid 2-hour show, and you didn't really know where the breaks actually were. The second week was Josh Matthews, did the breaks in between it. That was cool. This is the third week. This week was Don Callis and Scott. I don't know what. Balls, whatever. Scott, some nuthead guy. But yeah. They said that hot backstage interviewer might do it next week. Melissa Santos? Oh my God. They have her on next week. That'd be tremendous. Melissa, I gotta say, let's kick this off with a congratulations. Congratulations, Melissa Santos. I know it was already broke on social media somewhere over the last couple of weeks. During the tapings, pictures of her backstage showed up. I just want to say, from Smash This Podcast, congratulations, Melissa Santos. I hope you keep your spot. Now, I thought it was ring announcer at first. I don't know. I just was like stupid or something. She apparently is replacing Mitchell. The hell's her name? Mackenzie Mitchell. She's replacing Mackenzie Mitchell. Mackenzie Mitchell is moving on to bigger and better things, apparently. So Melissa Santos is taking over for the backstage interviewing segment. I don't know if it's a thing where they're going to switch off between her and Alicia Atout, or if Melissa Santos is like the girl backstage now. That's it. I'm not sure. I have not heard any I have not heard any like definitive details as far as who's doing what, where, when, how, So, but nonetheless, I think she knocked it out of the park tonight. She's a natural. She's been doing Lucha Underground for what, four seasons, and that's ring announcing. But she also was doing like acting segments, and I'm sure it's not the only acting she's done. I'm sure she's done some other stuff. I don't know what, but I'm sure she has. She's beautiful. She's talented. She is a tremendous addition to Impact Wrestling. And those of us who are Lucha Underground fans and know her talent, we've been wanting this for a long time. We've been asking for this since the last Mexican tapings. And we were like, hey, maybe she'll maybe she'll be a part of this. So Ronnie says, did you notice how she was rolling her eyes while interviewing Johnny? Well, I know she was kind of rolling her eyes when she was, or no, what was I? Killer Cross was rolling his eyes while he was being interviewed by Melissa, but I did not notice her rolling her eyes while interviewing Johnny. I'd have to watch that segment again. But she won't do what Scarlett's doing. Yeah. Demon Rocks. Yeah, that's true. I don't think she's gonna pull a Scarlett Bordeaux. She's gonna keep it sexy but classy as far as a backstage segment. Yeah. I'm sure she loves her potassium though. So Ronnie says, I think a slow heel turn is coming for Johnny. Yeah, he's I don't know. Kind of on the fence on that one. And Ronnie also thinks that Scarlett is classy. Ronnie, I'm questioning your thoughts on that one. No, she is. She's sexy, she's classy, she's edgy, she's controversial. We love some Scarlett Bordeaux on Impact Wrestling. And we found out tonight, let's talk about this. We're just going to kind of bounce all over the place here just because I'm in the mood. I'm just in one of those like ADHD moods. I wrote it down. Where the hell did it go? Maybe I forgot to write it down because I fell off the couch after that Scarlett Bordeaux segment. 3 weeks. There it is. I actually did write. Oh, that's right. I wrote it down after I got up off the ground. That's right. In 3 weeks, we are going to get Scarlett Bordeaux's in-ring debut. And for those of you who maybe doubt her talent, her in-ring talent, I invite you to look up on YouTube. Just type in Scarlett Bordeaux versus whatever. Just, clickety, clickety, clickety. Just, type in whatever. Versus Ronald McDonald. You'll see Ronald McDonald falling out of a ring. I don't know. No, she is a talented in-ring wrestler. She really is. And I can't wait to see. In fact, she's been doing it for AAA for months now. And now she's paired up with Killer Cross. And I haven't seen what they've done together. I've seen a couple segments, courtesy of Killer Cross's Instagram or social media buzz. But they're quite the pair. And I was hoping that they would do that in Impact, but I respect that why they won't. They want to keep things separate. They don't want to they don't want to water down what they're doing in too many different places. I get that. So Ronnie says he can't make it 3 weeks. Tear coming out of the eye emoji. Yeah, I know. W is asking, when is Scarlett going to have a wardrobe malfunction? Well, if she does have one, you won't see it on Pursuit. But if you watch it on Twitch, you just might. Demon Rock says, cool. Doubt she's going to pull an Eva Marie. No, dude, no, man. Please, trust me. For everyone watching, sincerely, I'm not BSing you. I'm as real as it gets, okay? I do not BS anybody. I don't put out fake news or any of that BS. I'm not Sean's View Entertainment. I'm gonna whip my penis out just to get some views and cause some controversy. No, if I'm telling you that Scarlett Bordeaux is a talented in-ring performer, and everyone's granted their opinion, I get that. But please trust me on this one, guys. Please trust me. Jerry says, Killer Cross is my man. Really? I'm not questioning your taste. Ronnie says, Scarlett is actually the women's champion in some promotion right now. Saw it on her Instagram. Probably somewhere around the Midwest. She's been around AAW for, in fact, tomorrow I'm watching AAW, the Windy City Classic. I believe it's 14, the recent one that just happened. Finally got it on powerslam.tv. Been waiting for it. I'm going to be reviewing it this weekend. And I understand it. Everybody's all excited about the Royal Rumble. And they're losing their mind. And who's going to win and who's going to lose. And J-Bone's going to be over here on Smash's podcast talking about powerslam.tv. So if you care to join in, that's what I'll be talking about. So yeah, she is on there. I'm not sure what she did on there, but I know she's part of the card. So that's what I'll be doing this weekend. Ronnie says, cut Eva Marie some slack though. She was really improving before they canned her. Yeah, she was great when she was in the ring and oops, her clothes fell off. Ronnie, I'm really starting to question your taste in women's wrestling. All right, let's get to the show. Just messing with you, Ronnie. I love you. She also did great in that 12-woman extravaganza, too. Yay, divas! All right, let's talk about this. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Thank God I got a fridge full of beer to recover from that one. Rich Swann versus Hijo de Viking. I feel like I'm mispronouncing this. They kept saying Vikingo. Isn't it just Vikingo? It's like, and Bingo was his name. Oh, Vikingo. No, Vikingo? Feels like it's like a Power Rangers thing. Hijo de Vikingo. I don't know. So, Rich Swann versus Son of the Viking. See what we did there? Beats him with a 450 splash. I've seen this kid wrestle before. And I'm not talking about Rich. I'm talking about Viking. I've seen him wrestle before, but it's been a while. Young kid, ton of talent. I love how you guys crack me up in the chat. I love how like throughout the show, every once in a while you'll see someone new. Like you see a lot of new faces on these shows in Mexico because they're taking AAA talent. I should say borrowing. I shouldn't say taking. Makes it sound like, WWE versus WCW. But that just improves the quality of this show. Number one, you have a very different, authentic crowd, which I felt the crowd was great. It's still a very different crowd. I've got a feeling that this crowd is going to be better than the last one. I felt like the quality of the matches and the product itself at the last Mexican tapings was great, but the crowd sometimes, like, something big will happen, and then all you hear out of the crowd is an air horn, and it's like, really? Is that all we're getting out of you guys? I'm hoping we get a little better response out of this one, but we'll see. Chris Steele's show is in the chat. What is up? Better vibe than last time. Yeah, I felt like the crowd seemed to be a little more into it. Not saying that the Mexican crowd is bad, because they are very passionate. Trust me, when these folks are bringing bags of piss to the crowd or to the matches because they hate the heels and the heels leave covered in piss, that's a very passionate crowd. Styles says, I had Impact on mute and I still enjoyed it. Did that have to do with the fapping? Yeah, anyways. You destroyed your speakers, didn't you? I get it. All right, so Rich Swann beats Son of the Viking with the 450 splash. I wrote down amazing match. It was. It was a great show for both these guys. Then we get OVE out to the ring again. How many times are these guys going to try to get them to put on a t-shirt? I mean, this is harder than a mother trying to get a kindergartner for school, ready for school in the morning. Would you put on your damn shirt? The 5-year-old says, no, Mom, no. Rich Swann is not going to put on this shirt. He's just not. But we're starting to get this, and this is actually getting interesting. It's not just Sammy saying, I mean, it started out with Rich Swann, it's time to come home. And it's like, oh, okay, well, we know where home is. We know where home is, or that the family is, talking about Ohio and everyone involved in the Ohio family, the OVE, that whole circle. Now it's getting deeper. Now we're actually starting to get into the meat and potatoes of what happened from what happened between Rich Swann and Sami Callihan, like their past. Excuse me. See, I'm an old guy, so I start thinking, oh yeah, it's like a soap opera like Dallas. No, it's not quite like that, but or Dynasty or Falcon Crest. Oh God, I'm really dating myself now. Anyways, did he say Falcon Crest? What in the fuck is a Falcon Crest? Oh, it's Google it. Trust me, you'll be entertained. Anyways, so Callihan starts digging really deep into this whole thing. And starts explaining vocally out loud, reminding Rich why he kind of owes him. And I'm putting, and for those listening audibly on iTunes in a few days, I'm doing the quotes on that. Owes him. Because apparently Rich Swann at some point was really down and out. Styles, you're horrible. I love you, man. You better turn off your speaker or put me on mute. Says it's getting steamy in here. I don't want to know why, dude. I don't want to know. So it's very interesting that Sami Callihan is actually bringing up the past. He's, what do they call that nowadays? What do they call that? Oh, spilling tea. He's spilling tea publicly. Yes, kids, I do have some hip terms in the back of my old, decrepit, retarded brain. Yes, I do. Did he say spilling tea? Yes, I believe he did. But I will not spill beer. No, he will not. Hell no. long night. It's Thursday. Oh, I can't even call it Thirsty Thursdays, damn it. I'm still used to that Impact on Thursdays. It's Fridays now. It's Friday. How's that song go? I'm not going to sing it. So he gives Rich Swann the t-shirt. Bear with me, folks. I'm just having fun. He gives Rich Swann the t-shirt, and Rich Swann is starting to get that like guilty. I mean, and it's the conversation's really getting heated. I love this. Racist Fan Rocks is in the oh God. He says it's fucking Friday. All right. I'll go with that. I love you guys. That's right. As Josh Matthews says, if you have the internet, you have impact. It's pretty impressive. So yeah, Rich Swann is starting to get that guilty look. Like, and I love how I can't tell where this is going. This is either going to go where it turns into an X Division match between Sammy and Rich Swann. And if Rich, like I said I think I said this last week. If Rich Swann loses, he has to join. Plus, he loses the championship. I can see them doing something like that. If that happens, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be like, oh my God. Yeah. I don't know. But I do love how, because this is something you don't see all the time, where they see, okay, we're trying to get someone to come to said group. We don't see that all the time, where they're trying to recruit someone. That particular kind of storyline does not happen every day. So, just reading a few chats here. Hey, we have a new subscriber. Thank you. Awesome. Just had to quick check that. Much appreciated. Thank you. Make sure you ring that bell for notifications. And how's it go? So that you know then more, so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. There we go. That only took 2 tries. So, very good segment between OVE and Rich Swann. Quite the loaded beginning of the show for Rich Swann and everything between the match and the promo. We then, like I said, we see the debut of Melissa Santos in the interview spot, interviewing Moose and Killer Cross. Congratulations to her again. Then we see a great match between Taya and... Now, I heard a couple different pronunciations of this, and I don't want to mispronounce this, but I think I'm going to anyways. It's not on purpose, folks. I believe it's not how it looks, because it looks like Kira, but I believe Don Callis said during the break it's Kyra. I think that's what he said, so we'll go with that. But nonetheless, Taya versus Kyra, hell of a match. I don't know how long Kyra's been around, but man, she for someone who looked like was about half the size of Taya, and I mean stature wise. I'm not talking about body wise or whatever. Put on a hell of a match. In fact, I saw Taya post on Twitter tonight between things. That kick when Kyra was on the other side of the ring and came across and kicked her right in the face. Taya put on Twitter, she said, I felt that for a week. I'm not even doubting that for a second. Because when I was watching live and my wife was like napping on the other side of the couch, I woke up my wife. I went, damn. And my wife just looked at me and I went, sorry. Then they replayed it. I'm like, that's what I'm damning about. Did you just see the kick? That kick was ridiculous. And then my wife just went, just laid back down. She don't care. No love for Impact. What's up with that? Love to talk. We have to work on Mrs. J-Bo. We do. And her love for Impact Wrestling. She's still mad because I took away her, WWE network. So who's watching the Rumble on Sunday? Anyways, I'll be talking AAW if anyone cares. But yeah, tremendous match between the Impact Women's Champ, Taya Valkyrie, and Kyra. And that's another one. Don Callis is talking about gotta sign her. It's like, oh, really? So who knows? Ronnie's always asking, where's the cat? The cats are locked out. They've been bugging the shit out of me all day. I'm having quiet time with you, my fans, my viewers. So tell her to watch GWN. Yeah, she'll jump right on that. Thank you. Ronnie says, Mrs. J-Bone likes the WWE Network and you took it away? That's foul. Yeah, she was actually kind of upset when I did cancel it. But all she did was complain when we did watch it. So I was like, why are you mad? Hogan is going to be in the Rumble. Don't care. And I love Hogan, and I could give two shits. So, anyways, how about that Rumble? Next, we got the Rascals in a very funny segment. How about Zachary Wentz's Spanish guys? Amazing. We got retweeted tonight from Zachary Wentz. I was tweeting. If you guys don't know, I'll either tweet through my account, JBone5150, the Smash This Podcast Twitter, or, which is at Smash This Pod, or because now I'm audible on iTunes on Sundays with my Impact review. It's the audio version of this, okay? So I put it on iTunes. It's part of the Rant With Ant family, Wrestle Addict Radio. So, and the Wrestle Addict radio has its own Twitter, and I was tweeting through that tonight doing Impact Wrestling stuff. And we were getting some responses, which is nice because it's a new Twitter and there aren't a ton of followers. But the fact that I was tweeting through Smash This Podcast got retweeted by Jesse Jones from Wow Women of Wrestling and retweeted by Zachary Wentz from Impact Wrestling on the Wrestle Addict radio, Twitter, that's like, wow. I just feel like I'm not sitting here like, oh my God, I'm the king of Twitter. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not that ignorant. I just felt really good about it, okay? I had a proud social media moment, okay? Just let me have it. Just let me have it. All right, next we have, but yeah, that segment with the Rascals was hilarious. And they did the whole subtitles things with Zachary Wentz speaking Spanish. And then Dez. Did you notice they're like starting to give him nicknames, which is funny? Zachary Wentz is Wentz. Desmond Xavier is Dez. And Trey Miguel is, I'm guessing, Trey? He's not Miguel. He's Trey. But Wentz is sitting there talking, and he's got the subtitles beneath there, and it was just a riot. I couldn't. I don't even remember what the hell they were talking about. I was laughing so hard. Excuse me. My goodness. Woohoo! Then we get the announcement through a very sexy promo and very controversial. We talked about this at the top of the show, if you guys don't know. Scarlett Bordeaux is debuting in 3, that's Trace weeks. I don't know how you say weeks in Spanish, so you'll have to excuse. My Spanish, obviously, is not as good as Zachary Wentz. I need to work on that. My wife just got a Rosetta Stone Spanish-speaking thing from a friend. Maybe in the weeks to come, while we're still at the Mexican tapings things from Impact Wrestling, I'll play some of it and we'll work on Spanish live. Would you like to see that? I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I'd be very good at that. No, I don't know if I'd do that. That'd be kind of funny though. We'll see. I've never worked with the Rosetta Stone stuff. I've heard it's wonderful. I'll ask my wife's friend about her Spanish, and we'll see how good it is. How about that? We got the Desi Hit Squad versus the Rascals, and I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing so hard about the previous thing that I kind of was taken away from the match, and I was doing the social media thing. And so I saw a couple of segments of the Desi Hit Squad match with the Rascals, and I saw the finish. I did not really watch the whole thing. I'm going to go rewatch it. I'm sure it's good because I know both teams are actually really good. But I love the Rascals. So, just quick checking up on the chat. So I was talking about the Rascals. You guys are talking about smoking weed in the chat. Guys are too funny. God, you know how long it's been since I smoked that stuff? My goodness. It's over. Oh. Last time I smoked weed was in the mid to late 90s, right before I got married to my first ex-wife. That's kind of funny statement. Married to my first ex-wife. You don't plan those things. It just kind of happened. Anyways, Just got really awkward in here. He's talking about his marriage. Where are we? Oh, then I saw. Okay, so I was on social media, and like I said, I was distracted from what I was doing, and I wasn't paying attention to the Desi Hit Squad Rascals match. Yes, I know, shame on me, but I'm trying to get better at doing like I'm tweeting about this. I'm working on it. I'm not that great. You yes, my first segment. What's up with the talking about the Rascals? What's up with the hand under the chin? You're probably too young to understand. Yeah, you'd have to watch the original Little Rascals series. That was like their greeting to, sometimes you see an old friend, you got a handshake, you do a special kind of slap the handshake thing, whatever deal. The Little Rascals do this thing with the chin, the hand underneath the chin. That's what the Little Rascals did. Okay, that was their, hey, what's up? That was their thing. So the Rascals, the wrestlers, kind of took that and it stuck with them. And it's cute and it's funny and it's weird and it fits them because they're goofy as hell, and they're immature and they're awesome. So it's, So if you don't know what the hand thing was, and that honestly, because I haven't seen the Little Rascals in a long time either. Excuse me. So yeah, I was kind of confused by that too. But that's what that is, just in case you didn't know. Excuse me. Xavier Woods doesn't do that on MLW. Well, yeah, I mean, he's solo out there, and it's it's MLW is kind of like a different wrestling universe in a sense, say similar to how Callahan is also on MLW, but he doesn't have the rest of his OVE crew. He's got other guys with him, you get what I mean? It's that's okay. So, well, I don't know if they're gonna. Okay, so Ronnie says in the chat they can get gimmick infringement on the Little Rascals for that. Nah, it's just it's something special for the Impact fans. Or the indies around Ohio is probably where they started doing it originally, and they brought it to Impact Wrestling. That's my guess. But anyways. Okay, so back to this. While I was on social media during the Desi Hit Squad, almost said Little Rascals match. Jeez Louise. Desi Hit Squad Rascals match. I saw a tweet from Tessa Blanchard stating that she will be back with Impact Wrestling. Her suspension will be over on February the 15th. So let's look at that. Today's the 25th. February the 15th is, what do you know? It's in 3 weeks. And that's the conclusion to the Mexican tapings. I don't know if that's going to be like an event, but they're already booking stuff for that. I thought I saw a match or two that they were talking about, but I could have been confused with next week's stuff. So I don't know. But apparently, Tessa does come back then. So we'll see her at the end of the tapings. I thought it was like one of those things where they write you off of television. You know how Jeff Hardy used to get in trouble and he couldn't go out of the country to this, like he couldn't go with Impact Wrestling to the UK tapings, so they would write them off television, So I thought that's what they were doing with Tessa. I should have known better, but they're just working a story. So whatever, But yeah, so Tessa's going to return in 3 weeks, February 15th. Her suspension from Impact Wrestling will be over. Ronnie in the chat says Tessa versus Scarlett. I'm assuming she'd want a shot again at Taya. But yeah, you know what? Maybe it is going to be Scarlett. You guys are funny. Bra and panties match. No. Probably not. But Scarlett Bordeaux does wear some pretty sexy stuff to the ring. I'm not going to lie. All right. Next, we have an announcement for February 2nd, which is in a weekend from now. Yeah, next weekend? We have Brace for Impact, which is going to be an Twitch special. And that's going to be done from, I believe, Canada. And I saw a couple matches for the card. I don't remember who. Oh, I think. Oh my God, I keep wanting to say Little Rascals now. Jeez. I believe OVE versus Rascals is one of them. Don't quote me on that. Then we get a segment with LAX and Conan. And Conan's talking about trying to keep the family atmosphere between the two teams, the brotherhood and all that stuff. And he's going to be bringing new talent in. And I didn't catch the second guy, but I heard him say Daga. And then they announced it later in the show that next week it's going to be Taurus and Lucha Brothers versus LAX and Daga. Guys, I haven't seen a lot of Taurus's stuff other than he's a really big guy in Mexico, and he comes out with a big bull head on. Or mask, but Daga, oh my God. If you guys have not seen Daga before, please don't miss next week's match. And if you really want to knock it out of the park, go watch some Daga matches on YouTube or something. You will not be sorry. Daga is so underrated. W in the chat says low-key ripped Daga's ear off. Yeah, they made a big thing out of that. He probably cut him. I doubt he actually ripped his ear off, although I have not seen the condition of his ear lately. But that episode of MLW was pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. There was blood everywhere. Jeez Louise, it was crazy. Ronnie says, J-Bone, do you know Impact is live from Brooklyn tomorrow on Twitch? No, I did not know that. I thought that was a one-night only thing. Huh. I'll have to look into that. I heard they had something this weekend, but I was assuming it was something that I couldn't see. I thought it was a one-night only taping. I'll have to look. I could be wrong. I'll check. Thank you, Ronnie. We're gonna get some new guys that Conan is bringing in specifically for the Lucha Brothers and LAX match. Pretty cool. Taurus and Daga. We get a great match between Trey Miguel and Ethan Page. Ethan Page, up until this point, was undefeated, with the exception of the I'm talking about singles action. Not talking about the Ultimate X. So the fact that Trey Miguel, who is giving up a lot of size, and still came out a winner in this one, I was shocked. I mean, the bigger guy doesn't always win, but certainly a feather in the cap of Trey Miguel beating a guy like Ethan Page. Ethan Page is nothing to take a nap on, folks. He's very talented. Duke Togo's in the chat. What is up? If I'm being honest, Jay, this was a pretty meh week, setting up for a great episode next week. Taurus, Pentagon, Phoenix versus Daga, Santana, and Ortiz. Fan of all six, definitely a fan of Ba, and Psycho Clown. Oh, yeah, I was going to get to that. Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to, and I think it's the crowd. It's a very different crowd. It's a very different atmosphere that they're shooting in. It's not a typical, whenever you have an American crowd, it's kind of predictable. You know, we're used to how they're going to react most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. So you throw an Impact show in an arena like this, and it might throw some fans off, you know. Yeah, see, Ronnie says this was a good episode. I thought it was a great episode. I thought the content was great. Sometimes I think you just gotta, episodes like this, you just ignore the crowd. And I know it's hard because when you're hearing those air horns, it's like kind of takes you out of it a little bit. Trust me, I get it. I don't watch AAA stuff all the time, but I've watched enough where I'm just like, oh my God, that air horn. It's like, I don't get it. It's a Mexican thing. It's what they do. It's one of their traditions. Someone brings an air horn and shoots it off the whole time. It reminds me of my pep rallies back in high school. You know, someone always brought the air horn. It was like, yay, great basket. And, they bring it to the game and, hey, we're about to win. And all of a sudden, some dude next to you goes, and it's like, thanks, man. You know, and it just takes you out of the moment. So, yeah, I mean, Ronnie thinks the air horns add to it. I mean, it certainly does bring a different connotation to where they are. You know, I mean, it's. And it just brings more emphasis to like, okay, like this city is different from this city, is different from this city, is different from this city. You know, it's so. But yeah, you know, to each their own. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong, Duke. You know, if that's what you felt like, that's what you felt like. I really enjoyed this one, so. Maybe Duke Togo was watching on Pursuit and he didn't see the banana segment. Just messing with you, Duke. Just messing with you. But yeah, hell of a match between Trey Miguel, Ethan Page. Then we get a thing saying next week. Okay, so here's the next week stuff. Taurus, Lucha Brothers versus LAX and Daga. Probably going to be a headlining match. Not going to lie. That is going to be. You guys crack me up. That's going to be a hell of a match. Then we got Psycho Clown versus Falaba. Great to see Falaba make it for these tapings. Pretty cool. Well, it's a questionable time. I don't mean to get into politics, but it's like, God, who's really going to be able to get out of the country and get back in with all this government shit going on? It's getting crazy. It's affecting New Japan, and it's a damn shame, you know. I'm sure you guys, if you're on social media, I'm sure you saw people talking about that. Then we got Su Yung and Allie versus Jordan Grace and Kiera Hogan. That should be a good tag match. Certainly building up the stuff between comeback for Rosemary. Her presence will be felt, I'm sure. Oh, there was a segment earlier. I didn't write it down, but there was a segment earlier, and I forgot. I don't remember where it was. I think it was the beginning of the show. It was the second interview segment. That's what it was. Because I was writing stuff down, and I was, Melissa Santos was backstage with Jordan Grace and Kiera Hogan talking about the feud with Allie and Su Yung and stuff. And then the screen went really weird colors and distorted them. And then words came up on the screens behind them saying something to the effect of stay out of this. This is not your fight, or something to that effect. So something crazy is going to happen next week. I got a feeling. This whole thing with the battle for like Allie's soul between Rosemary and it's just going to be nuts. So then we get to the main event. Hell of a match between Johnny Impact and Killer Cross for the Impact World Championship. Moose at the ringside of Killer Cross ends in a DQ. The match is basically thrown out. Cage is there. They announced that Cage was not there. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe he didn't make it for the tapings. You take everything face value for a minute, and then it's like, oh, wait. I see what they did there. But yeah, Brian Cage shows up, interferes in the match. Match gets thrown out, and all hell breaks loose. And man, I really like where this is going. But I did like the fact that the match between Johnny Impact and Killer Cross was they really didn't hold a lot back. It really felt like there was something there. Sometimes you can just like look at two and they're like, okay, they're just kind of in the ring. Johnny's pissed because his wife got effed up from Killer Cross a few weeks ago at the conclusion of Homecoming. So you knew this was coming, and this match was a great payoff for that, with the exception of Cage interfered. So, but you kind of knew that was coming. I kind of felt like it was coming, but you didn't really know how it was going to happen. Plus, Moose was there too. That could have been a factor. Moose didn't do much though. He only interfered like once. I'm not going to lie, I was a little surprised by that, but Moose was fairly well behaved in this one. Didn't throw anyone through a table. He was pretty good. I think he only clipped Johnny's feet once when he was trying to do a springboard thing. Ronnie in the chat says Moose is losing his appeal. That's interesting. See, I think he's becoming a better heel. He maybe not have done a lot of stuff in this episode, but I really feel like he's really coming into his own as a heel. I really do. Oh, Duke Togo says, who was a part of Team AAA for the week coming after next, Jay? Psycho Clown, Puma King, Hijo de Vikingo, and Daga? Yeah, I heard him breeze over something really quick. I don't... Oh, yeah, there was... Thank you for bringing that up because I completely, like, I heard it and I didn't even write it down, and I should have because I was multitasking, and J-Bone is not good at multitasking. Let me just say that right off the bat. If you look it up on social media or on their website within the next 24 hours, I'm sure you'll get your answer. I'll get my answer too, but I don't want to tell you because I don't know. But yeah, I think there's a World Cup thing going on between Impact Wrestling and AAA. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait. Oh, there's something. Oh, I remember now. It's coming to me. There's something. It's like the prelims for it or something. Building up to that. Eddie Edwards and Eli Drake are going to be on the same team. Something, and they're going to face someone, two guys or something from, oh my God, I'm spitting. Two guys from AAA, something like that. But that's going to, yeah, they're going to be teaming together. So that's going to be very interesting. Is Eli Drake going to forbid Eddie Edwards from bringing Kenny to the ring? It sounds like he's trying to get him away from the hardcore stuff. That's what I feel like he's trying to do. It's like, you know that Eli Drake is a heel, but what he's doing actually is not really heelish. It's almost more mentor-ish. It's weird. I do love what he's doing, though. Eli Drake is priceless to the brand. He really is. Whatever Eli Drake is doing with Impact Wrestling at the moment sometimes doesn't feel like it's worth $1 million. But Eli Drake himself still puts his whole worth into whatever he's doing to make the best out of a situation. That's why he's so damn good. So, W says, J-Bone, you have a lot of WWE items behind you. Yeah, I know. That's why I want to like redo this somehow, because I feel like I'm really not supporting the WWE product, but I have a ton of figures behind me and other stuff. Oh, my two newest items, if you look behind me, right here, recently ordered Young Bucks Funkos. They were on clearance, so I took advantage of some clearance stuff at the end of the year last year because, well, they left one company and started another one. And right above it is, it's probably very hard to tell in the video, but that's a Young Bucks hat. In fact, here. We'll just get up for a second. Oh. And we also got this. This was kind of cool. This was cheap, so I got this. Not that I drink shots a lot, but that's a Young Bucks shot glass. I thought that was pretty cool. Plus, it's in my favorite color, blue. You should eBay that stuff. No, I'll keep it. I'll keep it for now. Maybe somewhere down the road when I get older, I'll sell it. But this is one of the two sets of the Young Bucks, and I don't have a lot of Young Bucks. I won an AJ Styles Funko Pop from another podcast sometime last year. But yeah, that's the Young Bucks. Got to support them somehow. Can't afford those new $30 shirts they got out, but yeah, someday, right? And this was the Young Bucks baseball cap. So we'll try this bad boy on. See if it fits J-Bone's big ass ego head. Okay. There we go. So that's pretty much it. Oh, one last note. They announced on the Twitch live feed right after the show. So if you're watching Twitch, you caught this. If you weren't, you'll probably catch it on social media down the road somewhere. But Don Callis said this as a Twitch exclusive. Next week, Cross and Moose versus Cage and Impact. So you're gonna have a lot of tag matches in there, a lot of crazy shit happening. Should be a pretty good. Should be a pretty good match, or a pretty good show in general. So yeah, that's it for this one. Like I said, this weekend is kind of up in the air. At some point, probably tomorrow, I'll review the WoW Women of Wrestling episode that was before Impact Wrestling. And Sunday, we'll do some powerslam.tv. Finally get into some of that. I've been like really just kind of weighing out stuff, waiting for some new stuff to come on there. Stuff I've been hearing about. Very excited about some of the content. Some great documentaries, some great independent wrestling on there. If you guys want a free month, you want to check it out like I am, down in the description of this video for the YouTube viewers is a code. Use that code to get a free month. Not too many things nowadays you get a free month of anything. Trust me, it'll be worth it. You get a free month of powerslam.tv. And tell them J-Phone sent you. So yeah, we'll be reviewing the AAW Windy City Classic that recently was from December, a few weeks ago. Excuse me. Wow, yeah, time to go. Starting to lose my voice. My apologies. But yeah, thanks for tuning in live. Tremendous episode. Much love to everyone. And we'll be back tomorrow night for stuff. And W in the chat says Lex Luger Sting Funko in the WWE shop is on clearance right now. Really? Well, there you go, folks. If you're a Sting or Lex Luger fan and you like Funko Pops, go check it out. I might even look into that because I'm a Lex Luger fan, believe it or not. And I like Sting too because I love some WCW. So, all right. Take care, guys. We'll see you soon. And have a great weekend.